Godzilla.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Mr. Hat, and today we're going over the 2014 film Godzilla, directed by Gareth Edwards, who went on to direct Rogue One. This movie stars Bryan Cranston, Elizabeth Olsen, my crush, and has Aaron Taylor Johnson, who I just realized was that little kid, that little dweeb in Kick-Ass. He's pretty buff in this movie. I don't think I need to tell you the synopsis. It's about Godzilla. Alright, Godzilla fights a couple of monsters, and that is my first positive, is that there is two monsters that Godzilla has to fight, and that makes it make a little bit more sense, because he is way bigger than these fuckers. He's like 350 feet, and these things are like 200. Like that, like one of them's a male, one of them's a female. They're gonna mate, and they're gonna make a lot more, and it's like, oh shit, now there's like a clock ticking. We gotta fucking kill these things before there's more of them. A little thing about Godzilla I didn't know before is that Godzilla, when it was made in like 1954, it's basically like a metaphor. It's like Godzilla is the atomic bomb that takes out Japan, because it is this big thing, this big monster that can wipe out an entire freaking city, and just like that, just walking through it. Speaking of atomic bombs, I like that these creatures that Godzilla is facing, they feed off of nuclear energy, and they can, like, they're EMPs, and they just take out like all electrical services, and all like these helicopters and airplanes are falling out of the sky. Reminds me of like that one scene in Modern Warfare 2. You know it if you played it. I like that this movie has a lot of cool visuals, like the Halo jumping scene, all these other like shots of like planes crashing into different planes. I really enjoyed this movie on this watch. The last time I saw this was at theaters in 2014, and that was one of my worst movie experiences ever. I had some guy kick in the back of my seat every other minute, and I was pissed off, and I thought it was boring. This movie was actually pretty good. It has like a 6.4 on IMDb. It should be like an 8 or 7.5. This movie is pretty fun. I love Bryan Cranston in this movie. I think he has the best performance. It's a shame that they didn't use his character more, but I guess there wasn't much else for him to do. He was like the Doom guy in Friday the 13th. He was there to tell them what was happening and tell them that they're fucked. And I like the CGI in this movie. It's very spot on. There wasn't too many spots where it was like, ooh, they could have touched up on that a little bit. I thought the CGI of Godzilla was amazing. I like that they kind of kept him hidden for a while, and then they're about to like have this big fight, and then it like cuts away. It's just like little news footage. It's like, oh, it's like a blue balls moment. You're like, oh man, I really wanted to see that fight, but then they save it all for the end, which is a smart thing to do. Now, as for the things that I do not like about this movie, is that there's really not that much fighting. It's a lot of like chasing. Like, Godzilla's constantly, like, looking for these things, and then they're just, like, hiding in the woods, and then they'll show up for a minute here, and then they're just gone. But there is a lot of great destruction. I think nature does the most damage when that freaking tsunami comes. That was the most damage. But yeah, I would say that's, like, my only main negative about this movie, is that there's really not that much carnage going on. There's not a lot of people getting squished. I thought I was going to get a lot more of that. There's not a big main brawl. I do like the way Godzilla takes them out. I won't spoil it in case you haven't seen it, but it's pretty awesome. It's like a Mortal Kombat death, and I love it. But yeah, if we just could have gotten like a couple extra minutes of some good old monster versus monster fighting, this movie would be a lot better. But that's really my own negative with the movie. I thought this movie flowed great. I was on board. I loved Bryan Cranston. It's a shame he had to die. But yeah, there's not that many negatives. The acting was great. I love the visuals in this movie. It's a very well shot movie. So I like it, yeah. I don't know why people are like, this movie's not that great. It made over $500 million. I'm surprised it's taken 5 years to make a sequel now, so I can't wait to see it tonight. But yeah, I had a good time watching this one, so therefore when it comes to Godzilla, this is a great creature feature, so go out and buy it. Anyways, those are my thoughts on Godzilla. Let me know what you thought about this movie in the comments below. Are you looking forward to King of the Monsters? That's one of my top 10 anticipated movies of this year, because this movie really amped up. I was excited for it. Now this movie, watching it today for the second time, I'm more excited for it. I hope there's a lot more action. I don't know what's going to happen. I've avoided trailers, really. I've only seen that original teaser trailer. I haven't seen anything else, so none of the action pieces are spoiled for me. Hopefully there's plenty. But anyways, thank you so much for joining tonight. Hit this like button. Tell all your friends about me, because that's how you get popular. And you can follow me on social media if you would like, and become a subscriber today just by clicking on my cartoon face in about 5 seconds to see more. And until next time, I'll be you soon.